What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Not a Sheep podcast. My name is Matt, and I'm here with my bro, John or Narwhal.
What's up, guys?
And today we're joined by Johnson. What's up, bro?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Good, man. We're excited to have you. Matt showed me your music probably about like a month ago, and I was listening to, I checked you out on Spotify, and I was listening to your stuff up, and then he linked me, the private link to your new project, which by the time that
this comes out, it's out now.
Yeah. So it's called Room 6, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to just tell us kind of like right off the bat, what's the backstory? Like, first of all, what does Room 6 mean as like the title? And then what's the inspiration and the backstory behind the new project?
Okay, so basically I'll just start when I started recording it. I started recording it maybe about a year ago in Detroit at this place called The Russell. And basically it was kind of just like from that time to now, it was just like a bunch of just like being isolated just in the studio, just me and maybe like two other, my homies and stuff, and just recording and stuff. And it was like, it would just be me and the homies in the studio, just like locked in. And like, after we had stopped recording at the studio, cause like they had, my engineer, he stopped, stopped renting space there and stuff. We were trying to figure out a place to record. So I had got a hotel room and I was like, bro, let's just start posting up in the hotel room. Let's record and just like go crazy. Let's lock in or whatever. And basically towards the end of the album, when I finished it, we were just trying to get like, but just like, I was trying to get like just the name of just how to embody it, like how it felt making the album and how the listeners should like receive it and stuff like that. And I was like, I want to put them like in the place like I was in, like just like a room, and I was just like Room 6, like, and it's not like there was an actual like number 6 like for a room or nothing like that. It was just like, all right, I just want to like present it like like you're stepping into just like how it is, just being like locked in.
Yeah,
and it's not like just like that feeling. It's just like I want them to like kind of like hear what I'm saying as well, because like I think like yeah, it's like a lot to. I think the listener has to listen to it to understand.
Yeah. Is there a significance to the number 6? Because your artist name is Johnson, but with a 6 instead of a J. Is there like a big meaning behind that?
Or was it just like a cool thing that you just wanted to like have something unique?
Yeah, I don't know if you were following me before, or like maybe like a year. No, since June I changed my name, but I am Kyle Johnson. Before, yeah. I don't know if you was following that or whatever. I'd never really like. I liked the screen name and all that, but I was like, man, like I need to like, I need to like change my like get like my actual name going and stuff. And my birthday is March 30th, 2000, and always on my certificate is just 33000 or whatever. And like I was born at 6 a.m, and just like 6 has always like resonated with me, just like all over my life and stuff. And like I was just like, bro, like at first I had it as just Johnson, JOHNSON. And I was like, I don't like this. Like, this is like not what I want or whatever. And I was like, let me just put the 6 in it. Or this was on Instagram at first. I had the 6 in it for like a long time. And I was just like, I'm gonna just change it to that. And that I went from I'm Kyle Johnson to it was just 6ohnson. And people were like, how do I pronounce this? It's like 6ohnson or stuff like that. And I was just like, do what you want with it. Like no more I'm Kyle Johnson. But
no, that's sick, because now you got like the OG @ like there's no underscores, there's nothing. It's just Johnson. It's sick.
It's my brand. Like it's like, all right, bet. Like I don't gotta like explain myself a lot when I'm like, look me up or like When I be performing as well, I'd be like, hey, how you gotta be like, follow me or whatever, and I'd be like, I am Kyle. I just was like, man, I need to get off stage. But
yeah, for sure. What so have you done shows you're from Michigan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you done shows? Have you done shows there? Or like what type of performing have you done up to this point?
So it started out in like maybe like 2 years ago, like locally, like in Detroit, there'd be like these like they call them like showcases or whatever and stuff like that. And they were cool, but I just didn't really like the whole like, it was just kind of like a talent show type feel or whatever. I didn't really like that.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of when I had this place called the Sanctuary in it's like maybe 20 minutes from Detroit, and that was like the first like kind of like, oh wait, no, it's not. I'm so sorry. I be forgetting like the shows I do and stuff like that. There was this maybe like 2.5 years ago, I did this show with the Crowfoot, this venue in Pontiac, and it was like the first show I had like my name on the ticket, and it was me and this other guy named Call Me Charisma. I don't know if you guys know.
Bro, I made a music video for him.
Really?
Yeah, legit.
That's crazy.
It was like a concept video. So, because like I'm a videographer, and a few years ago, I was just trying to get my name out there more. And so obviously he didn't even know who I was, but I made like a concept video for it. And it was like turned out really dope. And I sent it to him, and he started promoting it as if like it was the official video. And so it got like, I think it has like 100,000 views or something, or like 500,000 views. And it's like on my channel. It was dope.
That's actually really crazy.
How'd you connect with him to like, so were you his opener?
Yeah, I was his opener, and it was actually my he was a drummer for me when we had performed. He got me the show, and his name's Zach. I'm trying to think of his last name because he has an artist name as well. But we still talk and all that stuff. Like he still hooked me up with shows, just like just out of nowhere. But that's kind of like how that happened. And I was in high school at the time, and like he was like, "Yeah, bro, like Call Me Charisma, he's coming or whatever. He needs like an opener and stuff like that." So I guess that's kind of how it happened, and it just went like really good. Like, and it actually had like pretty good turnout, like from kids from my high school, I guess, that showed up for me, and then all the Call Me Charisma fans. But so that was like the first like not headline show, but like my name's like on the flyer type show. And then like obviously before that, I did a lot in school. I went to Clarkson High School. And we'd always have these things called the C Factor. I don't know, like the X Factor, I guess, like for C Factor, and other like donation, like charity shows. And I always did those and stuff. And those always went really well. But yeah, fast forward after like the Crowfoot, I started doing like just like the Detroit showcases I was telling you about. But I was like, man, like this is cool. But like, I'm like, if like this artist has like way more of like a following than this guy, like I don't think one song is like, I feel like I should be able to do like 3 or 4 or 5 or like 6 or like,
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, like no more of these. And then fast forward to, this was a year ago, I did this festival called the Prime Music Festival. This was in Lansing. I know they go to different like states and stuff like that, but this is in Lansing, Michigan. And that was like a whole different like switch up for me, because it was like, whoa, like this is what artists like love to like perform for, like the festivals and like the girls and just like crazy stuff like that. So I started doing that was like my first festival, and I wasn't on the main stage where the bigger artists were and stuff like that. I was like kind of off to the side, like for like one of the vendors or like however he got his stage or whatever. But like it ended up going like so good, like kids from like the other stage would like come over to like my stage and stuff like that. And it was just like, it's like a weird feeling, especially being like so like young, I guess, like, or like not being so young, but just like compared to the artists that are there, just like, I'm 20, so it's like, all right, like at that time I was like 19, like I'm just like, y'all are just like grown men, like I'm just like having a good time, chilling. And it was weird seeing kids who like used to go to my high school, they see me on stage, like going to college, like right around the corner, just like, oh crap, like. So that was a good feeling. And then about like 2 months later, I did one in, where was this? Breakaway Music Festival in Nashville, Tennessee. And like, I was like, man, like this is what I was like, all right, like this is what I want to do. Like I really want to like start like raging. Like I see like the Travis, I don't know if you know the Travis documentary, Look at My Michael
Yeah.
I watched that like religiously. Like I just be like, man, like, I'm just like, this is like a part of that story. Like, that's how I be thinking, like when I'm performing stuff. But nah, after that, it was like all cool and stuff. And then COVID hit. And it was like, damn, like,
yeah, man.
I don't know what I'm about to do right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So like one thing that I read about you was that you were kind of inspired by like Soul Train, like as a kid, watching that and like wanting to that kind of made you want to be a performer. So do you feel like when you did these live shows at these festivals and like with like where a substantial amount of people are there, did that kind of just reinforce that like, damn, this is really sick? Like that feeling of just like getting to entertain people, like I don't know, because I feel like some artists, there's different passions. I feel like some people just love the process of like the recording and like the producing and stuff, and then others like thrive more in like, like I want to perform in front of people and like entertain them. Like, was that for you? Did it like solidify like, all right, this is what I'm trying to do?
Yeah, I think after just like feeling the energy, just like between me and just like the people who was there, I was like, all right, like it's another thing having like good music and stuff like that, and like they mess with the music and stuff. But once I just saw like just like how it kind of just all came together and stuff, and like these kids don't even know me. I'm from Detroit, like I'm out here, I'm in Michigan and stuff like that. Like they're in Nashville. Like it just like kind of showed me like, all right, like I should probably start running with this. And at the time, like I don't even listen to the music I made like back when I was performing. Like that was a year ago, but like still like it's just like, all right, like, but like that kind of showed me like, like how I should go with it. But yeah.
With COVID, you haven't been able to perform in so long. Like, are you just excited for everything to be over so you can finally like really experience the songs like live with people?
I'm super excited, especially because I just want to see how like these songs resonate opposed to like back then, like when I was performing those songs. Like I don't know, I just want to see like, and I want to also see who's been listening to my music, who will come out. Like I want to see the faces of my fans, like I want to see like, yeah. So I'm just super excited. It's just like, it sucks because I was left just like it was like a cliffhanger, like just from performing at festivals and stuff.
Yeah, man. I feel like a lot of the artists we've interviewed like felt like they had a ton of momentum leading up to COVID. Like that's kind of right when they were just doing shows for the first time or like really gaining some traction, and then this hit. But like, do you feel like in a way, has COVID been like beneficial for your music and for your art? Like, has it given you, I guess, like the ability just to like lock in and like focus down and be like, all right, I'm going to make this whole project? Or
yeah,
like, do you think that would have,
I think I don't think I'd be like as great as I like am as an artist if I didn't like go through, if we all didn't go through that. I mean, I guess like we all went through COVID, but it's weird because like when I linked up with my engineer, Joe Jackson, he's a great engineer. Like he's like you'll know about him soon. Like I really feel like he makes music for like a lot of like artists that are big now, but he's a really low key dude and like really good friend of mine. But he's like a Rick Rubin. Like he's like it's just hard to explain. But once I started linking up with him, I was just like, all right, I'm gonna just like lock in for the whole summer. Like let's just see like what comes out of this. Like if I can't perform, all right, we'll just like record or whatever. And I think just like recording that much just every day, like walking out the studio like every night, 4 or 5 songs, just like features, just doing just like scrapping songs, thinking about how I should change my image, just all this stuff, like thinking about how you just like just all that like time I had just to like get better and stuff. I'm like, man, I wouldn't even like be able to like perform as great. Like it wouldn't even matter like if I was performing because I wouldn't have this like great music to give to people. So I mean, yeah, it's a curse or it's a blessing, curse and a blessing, I guess, because you can't like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm grateful for it, I guess, but I hope it's not like permanent or, that would like suck. Like,
yeah.
Besides like, obviously like how much you've grown as an artist, when you look at your music now versus like a few years ago, what are some things that like stand out to you? Or like, because I found your stuff back when you were featured on Drew Famous's project. And that's kind of when I originally started following you. And just how much like when you listen to the old stuff, like what stands out to you, I guess?
What stands out to me when I listen to my music?
Yeah, like what do you feel like what aspect of your music has like improved over the last 2 or 3 years?
I feel like the whole like, I guess cadence of my voice, I guess, because like I always had like that raspy, annoying like teenager voice and stuff, and I'm still probably like getting out of it. But I don't know. I like definitely like when I started like singing instead of like rapping a little bit more. Cause I mean, I guess when I was younger, like I was always like singing and stuff like that. But I mean, most kids are. I was like, man, like maybe it's getting a little bit better. Like I just think like vocally, like and like sound wise, I'll compare my music now to like maybe like 2 years ago, and I'll just be like, all right, this doesn't even sound like for real, like the same artist and stuff. So like maybe that's telling me something. But I don't know. Listen to my music, I guess now it's just more so I'm listening to it for like the sound stuff and all that stuff. But listening to it back then, I won't even like listen to it for like or not, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Listening to the music I made back then, it's like listening to like me trying to manifest, like me trying to tell myself, bro, like it's like a weird, like, I don't know. It's like I don't care about how it sounds like sonically.
Yeah.
It's like it's just weird. I don't know.
So you feel like now you kind of have like grown into like just I guess you're
I feel like
Sounds
I've
mature.
grown into who I told myself I was about to be. And like it's like
Yeah,
weird.
that's
It's like really weird. I don't know.
One thing that I read was that you know, and I noticed immediately the first time listening through Room 6 was like you've said you don't really want to be like locked into one specific genre or one style of like rapping or just music in general. And like that show, I have to say, like that definitely shows through the project. So like congrats on that. Cause it was like I was listening and I was like, damn, there's like he's like rapping hard sometimes, and then there's like some pop vibes, and then there's some alternative stuff. And it was cool because I read that about you that you didn't want to do just one genre, and then when I listened to it, I could immediately notice that, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm sorry, were you asking me? I'm sorry. I just appreciate that. Bro.
I guess it wasn't really even a question. It was more just a statement. But like,
I appreciate that for real, because the feedback I got from Poetry in Motion, they was like, your voice is not. They were telling me I feel like you can do more and stuff like that, and like I totally like understood what they were saying and stuff. So I was like, okay, like this next project, I'll just shine on that a little bit more. But I appreciate that a lot because I don't like being like boxed in.
Yeah. So you got criticism towards your last project, and did you kind of like, that's kind of interesting what you just said is like you kind of almost agreed with the criticism, because I feel like usually, you know, people talking shit or like criticizing projects usually, in my opinion, either don't know what they're talking about or have never even tried to make music in their life. So like, but that's kind of interesting for me to hear that you kind of like actually got what they were saying, like, and sort of agreed with it. Or did you get like defensive towards it, or were you like, yeah, like this could be better?
It's like a little bit, it's a tiny bit of both, but I feel like I'm not making it for me. I am making it for me at the end of the day, just like, you know, because like this is what I do, but I am making it for the listener and stuff. And like I will try to take myself out of my artist shoes and like put myself in like the kid who's listening to this kid for the first time. And like I'll just like try to like, you know, side with people and stuff. And I don't like have a problem like, I mean, internet's undefeated. Like I feel like no matter how wherever things go, or like if people hating on you and stuff, that just is what it is. Like I ain't got a problem like people hating on me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to just like, you know, let it hurt me or whatever, but I will listen. Like if I want some feedback and stuff, I will like try to like listen to it if it's gonna, you know, make me better and stuff. But I mean, it wasn't like I got, you know, bad feedback from it, because I really like tried to just like, you know, make kind of a rap album, like a poetry, like, you know, just kind of like more so a rap album. But I guess some kids maybe just didn't resonate with that, I guess, but it's straight. But, you know, I was like, all right, I'm gonna show y'all that I don't just like rap, because like I feel like I can rap better than a lot of rappers. I don't think they want to like hear that, I guess, like, or nothing like that. I wouldn't either, but I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and like act like that. I'm just gonna do it. But yeah, I really wanted to sing on the next project, so.
Yeah, that's like one of my personal favorite things with the artists I listen to are the guys that can like sing, and they have like a bunch of different styles, but then they're always able to like come back to like rapping and can really like out rap everyone. But so that's dope to see like a project like Room 6. But
thanks, dog.
Yeah. Do you so like another thing I read was that you really feel like Room 6 can be, you know, like a classic of your discography. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Discography.
Mm-hmm.
Like you feel like like you feel like this one can kind of be one that in a long time from now people can like still listen to and still, you know, respect and appreciate. What do you feel like, or why do you feel that way? And like, how do you feel like this one is like separates from the other projects you've released in like the past years?
So, wow, that's a really good question. So I feel like listening to like my music, I guess I listened to my music from when I guess I started making it to now. And I was like, all right, like there's no more like playing around, I guess, like when it comes to just dropping. I don't want to just like, drop anymore for my friends, like to be impressed and stuff like that, and stuff like I just wanted to like, I want to look back on like something and be like, dang, like at 20 or 19 or whatever, like you was going like crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? And like, I just feel like before I like really like start doing other stuff or I don't know, like whatever sounds I go into or who I'm working with and I'm getting older and, life's changing and stuff like that. People are, leaving and stuff like that. I just want to like, I wanted something to cement like this time. Like I wanted like a timestamp. Like this was like the shit like at the time. Like, I don't know, it cut out.
Yeah, like this was kind of the starting point of like the rest of your career.
Yeah, because I'm like, all right, like I want to just like, I don't know, if I'm going to start, not just like rapping and stuff like that, because I really don't. I mean, I love rap and I love just, I love just hip hop. I love freestyling my friends, stuff like that. But like, I know like people just like want to feel like something like different a lot and stuff like that. And I know I can like deliver that. And like, I don't know, I want to connect with just even like the younger kids like coming up, just like the youth and stuff. I even like, I don't know, it just makes sense to just like not stay in one box, just keep like elevate and keep getting better and stuff. But yeah, I think it'll be a classic out of my music, like out of my, discography.
Yeah. Do you feel like for you personally as an artist, not necessarily for like other artists, but for you, do you feel like there's certain emotions or certain like stories you want to tell that you feel like you just couldn't do it the way you want through rap, and it's better to do it through like singing or through like pop vibes? Because I don't know, like, is that part of the reason why you feel like this urge to just expand? I've always wondered, like,
well, honestly, I feel like when you are making rap music, it is kind of easy to shed light on like most things, but I feel like when I started singing and stuff, it's like if I'm making if I made a diss track, we'll just like say for example, I'm making a diss track and it's like hard, like it's a rap diss track, and then like say if you go to just like, actually, you know what? I'm gonna scratch that analogy. I'll go to this one.
Okay.
Say if you make a song about pulling up on somebody, doing something, shooting something or whatever, and it's all like a super hardcore rap, like that's gonna be sweet. People are gonna really love that. But then say if you do it like a Tootsie Slide way or something, like how Drake does it, like, or just like a Sway Lee, like I don't know, just like a different, like you still feel that emotion, but it's just like a different, like I feel like it's just like emotions aren't just like sad, happy, angry, like it's just like different. Like I feel like you can branch it off when you go into like singing and adding different, stuff and getting melodic with it. So
yeah,
that's kind of just what I've been doing.
Mm-hmm. I've heard some artists talk about like they used to go into like a session with the mindset of like, this is what I'm gonna write about, but now they go into once they've grown, they go into it more like, this is the feeling I want the song to like give you. The words might not necessarily be that way, but like, and I feel like if you're a rapper experimenting with like melodies, like you're just mixing so many different things. You create something you probably couldn't have created just rapping,
Exactly.
do you feel like in a way, if you like what you were saying, how you can tell kind of the same story, but you can do it like in a hard rap way or kind of in like a Drake Sway Lee way, I guess is kind of what you were saying. Do you feel like kind of it can tell the same story, but it can appeal to like a wider audience? Because I feel like what makes Drake so like, I mean, he's famous for a lot of reasons, but like he's probably the biggest artist in the world because like people who don't even like hip hop can still listen to a Drake song, and it's
people
like,
that love hip hop still can listen.
Yeah,
to Drake.
and the people who love hip hop still are obsessed with Drake. So like, I don't know. At least for me, when I look at an artist like that, it's like that's why they're so big, because they can transcend like not only hip hop fans, but just like every single genre is gonna appreciate it.
Right. Yeah, that's something big I left out. Like definitely, it'll like if you have like a super hard song, a lot of people who aren't into that probably won't listen to that. But if you do it in their genre, and I feel like you can still explain like the same thing. So, yeah.
Yeah. And for me, there's been some artists who like, I don't know, if I find some really weird song of like some genre I've never heard before, like there's this guy named Oliver Tree. I don't even know if you've ever heard of him, but like
I listen to him. Yeah, he's hard. Yeah.
Yeah. So like when I first found Oliver Tree, like his music was, like it's really weird music. And I never like the song I found in particular was like a really weird one. And I was like, all right, this is kind of cool though. And then I went and listened to the rest of his stuff and I became like a fan of this genre that just because of that one song, you know? And so I feel like, I don't know. That's why I think this project Room 6 is so dope is because like, I don't know. What song in particular? There's one song that's like, what was that song that's like way different than the rest? What's like the, do you know what song I'm talking about?
Where'd You Go?
Yeah, Where'd You Go?
Oh yeah, that song, yeah.
I don't even know what genre to call that, but it's so dope and it's like way different, but I love that because I feel like someone who likes that genre could hear that and then they'll go listen to the rest of the project, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly. And the artist on that song, his name's 6ohnson. He's a big Detroit artist, or like he's pretty big. He's gonna pop pretty soon. But he he heard that song in the studio, I guess when I had made it, like probably like 2 weeks later, and he was like, bro, like this is sweet or whatever. So he had put his verse on it and everything, and I was like, this is just so like crazy. Like you're just like, I don't know, just like the stuff we be talking about, we on just like this like farm sounding like crazy like record. And my friend Solo, he produced it, and like he has like WhatsApp. He's over, I forget where he's over because he's kind of like all over the place. It's just not in the U.S.
Yeah.
And he was like, bro, like let me send you this pack of beats, and he sent me it over WhatsApp or whatever, and I sent it back to him, and he was just going crazy over it. But yeah, that song is definitely it's definitely different than a lot of them.
You said his name's Sueno, right?
Sueno, yeah.
Yeah. I was just curious just about like the music scene in Michigan.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, obviously Detroit is a big hip hop scene, right? And so like, what's it like kind of living there where like, is it easy to connect with a bunch of talented artists, or do you kind of do your own thing, or do you always like reach out to people, or just what's it like? You know, what's the scene like over there?
Yeah, so basically like there's Flint. I don't know if like you're familiar with Flint. Flint's like popping right now. And like there's Flint, there's Detroit, and there's like there's like up north like Michigan and all that, but like that's not where like a lot of music is and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
mainly like between like all the cities between Flint and Detroit, because there's like they're not like on the same side or whatever. That's kind of just like where the music kind of is and stuff like that. And like the music scene's a little like it kind of just started to like, you know, come together with the different like, you know, demographics and people and stuff like that. Cause it mainly used to just be like Detroit, and you know, like Detroit, from my opinion, I don't think they really like mess with each other too much, like, or at least like from the past, like to, you know, just be linking and stuff. But it's definitely getting like way more like people are collabing and showing way more love and like stuff like that. And it's just like weird, like seeing like out of nowhere, just like how quick like Michigan's kind of like taking like over. Like it's like really weird, honestly. And just like, I don't know, it's just like a lot of talent out here, not just even rap, just like designers, just like weird, just like people, just like, I don't know, Mario Judas from Flint. I don't know if you know who Mario Judas is. Like, just like, you just would never know, like, I don't know. But no, there's a lot of talent out here. And yeah, but I used to go to school in downtown Detroit. Yeah, we'll talk about this, I guess. I went to school in Detroit for like a year and a half, a music school actually. And it was called,
what was that like?
Yeah, it was called Dime. And it kind of just like, I don't know. It wasn't really like, it's not the music scene of Detroit or like Michigan at all, in my opinion. So that's I just kind of had to dip, and I wasn't really like too invested in it, honestly. I wasn't going to class for it like that. I was just in Detroit wilding and stuff like, but I don't know. It was cool or whatever, but yeah, the Michigan music scene is interesting right now, but it's popping. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you feel like this music school, so it was like kind of like a music academy?
Specifically, like that's
no, it was
just music.
It was a university, but it was
okay.
It was through Denver Metropolitan University. I don't know if that's how you say it. Yeah, but and it was a music school called Dime Detroit. So what about
the music school was it like not your thing? Because for me, like I was in film school in LA, and it was like I thought I wanted to like, like I knew I wanted to make content, but then I got there and I realized like I don't want to be like a producer on set of movies. Like that's not the type of film stuff I'm trying to do. Like no one teaches you how to like make music videos in traditional film school, or like it just wasn't like what I was trying to do. And so I'm always curious when I hear people like, we interviewed this guy named Abstract, and he said that he went to music school, but he also had a similar thing where he was there for like a year and just had to leave because it wasn't his thing. So like, what about it were you just not feeling?
I guess just the whole school part of it. It just wasn't. It just wasn't like, I don't know. It didn't really embody like the music I thought it was gonna like cover and stuff, and just like. It was still really good and educational for if you wanted to be like a composer or just like a Beethoven or like a Shakespeare, whatever. I don't know. Like wanted to do other than what I wanted to do, like rock star shit, then like bet. But like I just wasn't feeling it. And like it's not even like it was a bad like program. It had its flaws and stuff like that. It's just I wasn't even going to school for real. I was doing the festivals like I was talking about. I was like, bro, I'm about to just like peace. And I couldn't get no time off for doing the festivals and stuff for just like the credits. And I'm just like, man, like, I don't know what I'm doing. So, yeah, that's basically how that happened.
How did you get booked at these festivals? Like, is it a difficult thing to do? Did you have to know someone, or did you just like reach out and were like, yo, like, this is my music? Like, and was it that straightforward?
I just was like, all right, I'm going to see if the music's actually that good to see who would like, mess with it and stuff. And actually, I think the girl I was dating at the time, I think her uncle had ended up being, I don't know if I was referred to him before I found out that was her uncle, but it kind of like worked out like way better that way. And she reached out to him and stuff like that. And I sent them my stuff, and turns out this is weird how everybody knows everybody for one. Like, he like knew the guy like that was already talking to me about getting me to perform and stuff. And then actually this guy named Juice, Elevated Juice, he's this guy's manager, or this artist manager in Detroit named King Scoop. I had hit him up and asked him, I was like, bro, you know anything about shows and stuff like that? And he had told me about the festival and stuff. And then like that's how it kind of just like it was like 3 people telling me about the same thing, and just like, oh, like we're here. And so that's how it happened. And then like it just ended up going really good. So I just went to the next one. We were about to just keep going until COVID. So
that's dope how sometimes things just like kind of fall into place like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like kind of meant to be. I don't know. That's dope.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, since this project, this episode's going out on Monday. Your project came out on Thursday night, right? When they're so it's already out when you guys are listening to this.
Thursday at midnight,
yeah. So I always wonder, like, when a huge artist drops their project, you'll see on Instagram or something, they're like at the club or like partying, like as a release party, as kind of like a more indie artist trying to on the come up. I always wonder, when you drop a song or a project, do you guys have like a celebratory listen? Or like, will you get with the homies and like start playing it and like party, or what?
I'm gonna tell you the funniest thing. So the last 2 times I've dropped my project, maybe not 2 projects, but like another drop before that, I ended up falling asleep, and like it would already be out. It would already be out, and all my homies would be posting it, everybody jamming and all this, whatever, all that stuff. And I wake up mad, like it's 4 a.m. I'm like, wait, like hold on, like I didn't tweet it out or nothing. So no, honestly, I told myself this time I'm gonna actually have to get the homies like together. So like on midnight, like we can like like celebrate, do whatever, like projects out, and like I won't be asleep this time, and like it'll be cool. So
I just think that's funny because like over here, like we're on Pacific Standard Time, so like albums come out at 9. So like I don't even think about that. Like for most people on the East Coast, it's like it's already midnight by the time your stuff's out.
Or if an artist is overseas, I don't know, like the standard is always like midnight US Eastern time, though, right? Mm-hmm. And so I always wonder, like an artist in like the UK or something, they're dropping their album at like I don't what time would that be? Like
I mean,
5 a.m. or
Yeah.
something. Like the most random times. But yeah, man, I don't know. I love the project. I think it's really dope, and I'm excited for everyone else to get to listen to it.
Thank you, man.
What are some of your like inspirations musically? Like, are there certain people that, obviously, you want to be your own artist and like your own voice, but are there artists that you look up to or are admired by, like their journey? Maybe not even their sound, but just like the way they go about their career?
Let me think, because like I always like people ask me who do you listen to, and I always freeze, never can name who I'm actually like listening to and stuff like that. Off the top of my head, I feel like Jay-Z. Just I'll go back and listen to like his old music, and then I'll think about how he makes his music, how he just doesn't write, he just writes it, like he just keeps it in his head as he's making it. I don't know if you've seen like any stuff about that.
Yeah.
And I'll just be like, man, like this dude's a machine. But like Jay-Z, Drake, Kendrick, I'll go J-Rock, I listen to him.
Yeah.
I'm thinking really lyrical right now just because it helps me. I listen to a lot of lyrical stuff before I record, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? I got all that in my head, even if I'm like singing or whatnot. Let me think. Younger artists like Lucky, I listen to him. I'm trying to think. Babyface Ray, Rio, the young OG. He's out here in Flint. You guys probably know him. His music's crazy. Sada Baby. I don't know. These are like, younger inspirations, but
Yeah.
just like, I don't know, just for the OGs, the first dudes who I named, those are kind of who I like try to like go back and I'll not even just their music, like you said, just like look at how they came up and stuff like that. Oh, A$AP Rocky. I can't forget A$AP Rocky. That's like, should have named him like kind of first, but yeah.
All right.
I forget.
So like when you write, or do you write, or do you kind of do like the Jay-Z approach where you like, what's your process like when recording?
It really does depend, because like I'll be like, so like in my thoughts sometimes I'll be like, I cannot listen to the beat until I get like in the studio. Like I don't want to like overthink stuff sometimes. Like for like records, like I don't know if you listen to like Holy Matrimony, like on my last project, just like the super like lyrical, just like stuff I've always taken my time with, like, because I don't want to just like, I guess I'll just like listen to it a couple days later and be like, dang, like I could have like went a little harder, or could have like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But for most of the like turned up, like, hype songs, I'm just going off of energy. Those are kind of just like, just go in there and just like see what I can do. And then they'll turn out crazy. Like Something to Hate On, I dropped this single maybe like a month ago. Yeah, a month ago almost, or 2 months ago. That was when I just went in there. I was like, all right, we just gonna go in here and talk some shit. So
yeah, bro, I was listening to that at the gym yesterday. I was so hyped.
That's what's up, man.
Because we were prepping, like, we were prepping some questions and stuff. And I was like, well, I gotta listen to his music, like, all day just to get the feeling. And so that was the one that I had on.
Listen.
Yeah, that was in my playlist for the gym.
That's hard, bro.
Do you kind of have like Wayne when he records? He'll like go a couple line for line, but like he'll freestyle it. Like he's not writing.
I forgot Lil Wayne.
Yeah, it's like not quite the Jay-Z thing where you write the whole verse in your head and go, but like, is that kind of how you like doing it with the more hype songs?
Yeah. And I feel like it gets me more excited. Like, dang, like I just did this off of like emotion. Like I'll feel it like way more and stuff. Like it's always like how, like I want people to receive it well, obviously, but like I really want like my music to not like get old to me, or like, like, cause then I'll be like, I don't want to drop it. Like I'll just like really like, my phone's filled up with songs, but just like, I really want to see like what's like genuine about the song. Like that makes me want to like put this out to the public. So
Yeah.
but I don't know. Yeah.
That's super interesting. Cause like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of artists we've talked to, and like I see Matt all the time, like every week. And I feel like every artist has certain songs where they like, where everyone else loves them. Like Matt will play me a song and I think it's dope. But then, sometimes like you get sick of your own stuff, or you don't think that your own music is like as dope sometimes.
It doesn't like hit the same way.
Yeah. I
just wanted to ask, because I originally, like I said, found your stuff through the feature you did on Drew Famous's project. Like, how'd you link with him? Because isn't he over?
Dude, Drew will forever be the homie. I met Drew. I was like, we were like 16 maybe, like just on the internet. I'm all the way out middle of nowhere in Michigan, and like they have like their own like scene, like I guess like Drew Levi, like all of them, like they have their own like internet, like that's what I noticed like from being out here, just not knowing nobody for real. And Drew was like the first artist to really like mess with me like for real. Like I was like, bro, like you're hard. I don't really know how it happened. I just told him like you're fire or whatever. He ended up sending me some stuff, and we ended up being on each other's albums or whatever. This was like in high school though, so I'm like trying to like, you know, like actually like recollect about it. But yeah, Drew's a homie. He just I just talked to him not too long ago. I commented on this post. I was like, send me this. But yeah, he's hard, bro.
Yeah, he's super dope.
That's the
How much do you feel like the, you know, social media and just finding people through Instagram and stuff, like how much has that helped you? Like, do you, I mean, obviously there's only like, I think there's only one feature on your newest project, but I don't know, do you like just like reaching out to like people that you think are dope? And do you like working with a lot of different artists, or do you kind of just like do your own thing most of the time?
To be totally honest, I really do my own thing most of the time. And like lately I've been like trying to, I guess like collab and just see like who messes with me. Like I just kind of wanted to just test the waters for real for these last like 3 months. Honestly, I just been playing the game with myself and just like with just everybody. Just like, I don't know, I've been definitely doing features a bunch, posting on my story. Like I know people remember that too, like $100 features. I didn't really post like the price, but I'm like $100. Like that's how much I spend in studio for 2 hours, like every night and stuff like that. Like, and I was like, all right, like I'm gonna just try to collab, just try to like, just like see like who like messes with me and stuff like that. But for the whole aspect of features, probably I'm not gonna be doing a lot, but for like, or I guess I can't say that. I guess for me, just like, you know, someone sending me their song and like we do it and stuff. I kind of just want to really like lock in with an artist, you know, and just like make like some like really like some really good music. And this is one artist we just we made some stuff like maybe like a week ago. B Strat, he's a artist out here in Michigan as well, and by Downriver and stuff like that. And yeah, I just like, I really like locking in. Like I do like collabing a lot, just not on no, you know, just like for no reason. Like you're just like,
yeah, like you wanna get to know them and make sure you guys are on the same page and like have the same.
Yeah, and I just think it's better. Like I don't know, like it's cool, but I mean there'll be artists I'll reach out to for sure. What you were saying, like I'll just be like, hey bro, like you hard, like let's get on some stuff. Then I'll answer. Like oh well, like okay, but yeah, I don't know. It just depends. I guess I can't sit here and say like I just whatever happens for real. You never.
No, I mean I've seen screenshots on like Twitter and stuff of, you know, an artist. It's like a screenshot from like 7 years ago, and it's some artist who's huge now that like DM someone to collab and like they left them on red, and like it's just I don't know. So no, I mean yeah, you got to just shoot your shot, and if they don't respond, it's like, all right, I'm not gonna probably meet you anyways. So
right, and I treat people's features like my songs. Like I really want to make like really really good music. Like if my name's on it, like I want it to just be, you know, dope or whatever. And just the features I've done before, like I think like it's like dope. Like I mess with the artist for sure, like 100%. So like I'm excited to even see like what these artists have coming out and stuff with my name on it and stuff like that. But
yeah. What are just for you, like obviously this project is like a big deal. It's kind of the start of like, you know, the rest of your career, but I don't know, what's your long-term goals with music? Like what's the dream for you? You know, I mean, obviously make music and like perform and like, but if you had to describe like what you want to do and where you see yourself in like 5-10 years, like what do you want to do?
I don't see myself being like just by myself a lot all the time when I'm, you know, wanting to celebrate something, or I always want like family or like just really close friends around me. Like, you know, I just want like good energy around me. I feel like I want the homies around. I want the family around. Like I want to like, at the end of the day, like when it's all said and done and stuff, when you're going home and stuff, like I just want to like, you know what I'm saying? Just like be able to listen to this stuff or just talk about, you know, life and stuff with those people and stuff. So, but I mean, music wise, obviously keep leveling up as I'm still doing that and not lose that. You know, I don't want to lose like, you know, that family like feeling or just like just like going bad with people and stuff like that when I know I don't got to, like I just want to like just keep things going, like keep just good energy going and stuff. And like, I don't know like how big the music, will get. I just know like it's gonna get big. I don't know like, like what's gonna happen and stuff like that. But I just like, I know I ain't gonna stop when it comes to just getting better and just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just hold, I don't know. I got high expectations for myself and like expectations for myself. And I know like a lot of people that care about me do too. I just caught my phone from dropping. And like, yeah, I don't know. 5 to 10 years or 5 years is still like, it's a lot of time. Like it's, 5 years is 5 years, but
yeah, a lot can change in 1 year. So
a lot can change. A lot has changed in 1 year for sure too. If you told, I don't know, it's weird. A year ago, I knew I'd be like going, but I don't know. I didn't think in a year I'd be like kind of where I am, I guess, in my mind, I guess. And yeah, I wanted to say a couple more things. I don't know. I didn't want to get all sentimental and stuff. No, like
maybe they'll come back to you.
Yeah, but no, I just want to just celebrate just anything that's like big, like when whatever this song hits a lot, or just like I'm dropping my next project, or just like when I have shows and stuff, that's when I want to have the homies around, where like it gets crazy, because these festivals even showed me like, all right, like this is what we gonna be doing for a little bit, because this is a life. And then I see like we see Lil Baby and Future, because they were the headliners at the festivals or whatever, and I just be like, bro, like I'm just gonna have to keep working until we get there and stuff. And me and my friend Tyler, we be every day just like plotting on stuff, just like we be shooting, editing stuff, and just like figuring out like how we can like do stuff like on the internet, because like internet's just like, or at least social media just in general, and being an artist is kind of just like a game, I guess. Like it's like I don't know, especially being where we're at, getting people to like mess with us like organically, and like I don't know, but I don't know. I just want to keep people around.
Yeah. Well, one thing, like, I don't know, just as a fan of music, I feel like I've noticed, I don't know, it seems like there's some people who, when they get big, like at times it seems kind of lonely. Like I feel like sometimes people, they get big and they
cut everyone off.
Yeah, they like go to
Even
LA,
their
or
close
they're
friends.
just like, they kind of lose that group that was there from like the beginning. But then you see other artists like, I mean, I don't know, like I'm sure there's a ton, but just right off the bat, I just recently like I don't know, like Jack Harlow dropped an album, and like he always posts like all his homies who are with him on like every single video shoot, and they're like, I think his name's like Young Skylark or Young Skylar or whatever is one of his best friends, and it's like he co-directs all his music videos with him, and like he's always there, and like I don't know, it just seems cool that like the goal for you is like to make sure that the people that are close to you are always like a big part of it, because
they're talented. I see the potential in a lot of people that, I mean, maybe they do see in themselves, but just not, like a lot. And I just know, okay, like if I keep energy going on my end and stuff like that, and you're working on whatever, like I'm just gonna try to help you as best as I can. Like if I don't know, I got friends who are just like trying to just do a lot of things, like direct movies, like just other stuff, just stuff I know they can do. It's just like, all right, we just gotta stay on this path or whatever. And like, I don't know, I see it because I just see I see even just other artists they hire like their friends, not even hire them. They just they got their own businesses going and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, I got friends who do clothes and stuff who are about to, I don't know, they'll be a Virgil type. Like, I don't know, I just look at it like that. Like, all right, bet. Let's give it 5 years. Let's see.
Together.
Yeah, but
yeah, no, I mean that's huge. Like Matt and I, like I'll do all of Matt's videos, or not all of them, most of Matt's videos, and like, we always work on stuff, and like it's been years, and like there's still not really like the money to show for it yet, but we know that like
we're improving,
as most artists do.
each
like,
other.
Yeah, like that it's all for something in the end, even though there's not much to show for it yet. But that's what's tough, is like trying to make sure that everyone in your circle is all, motivated.
And I feel like if you yourself can probably relate, like once you see how much you've grown, like you see the potential in other people, because you're like, I was not that good a few years ago, but like how far I've come now, like if that happened with my friend, like he'd be killing it in whatever field he's in.
So for the people listening who maybe have never heard of your music up until today, what's your favorite song on the project, I guess? Obviously, they should listen to the whole project start to finish, but if you had to pick one favorite, which one stands out?
The intro for sure, Pop Artist. That's definitely my favorite. And track number 3, I'll do my top 3 tracks. So Pop Artist, Feeling Low, which is track number 3.
Mm-hmm.
And the video for that's dropping very soon as well. And I'll probably say the second to last track is called Stay Tuned. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my favorite one on the album.
For real? All right, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I love that one.
Yeah, we were listening to that before we started recording.
That's what's up.
But yeah, man. Well, hey, we're both really excited for, obviously your project, but just for the next few years, because seriously, bro, like you're super talented. And I
appreciate that.
Like when Matt told me about your music, like, I don't know. Matt tells me about a lot of people's music, and sometimes it takes me a while to actually go listen to it because I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm sure he's dope. But Matt told me, and then we sat down and like I listened to it like a month ago, and I was like, damn, this
he's
guy's
really
like,
dope. Yeah.
This guy's legit. Like sometimes I like hear an artist and you hear some potential, but like I don't know, they just don't feel like it has like the professional sound yet.
Yeah, and it doesn't have that, like, it's a dumb word, but like that it factor, to like really be like a star. But
yeah, but I didn't feel that way when I listen to your music, man. It's really dope, and I just can't wait for more people to find it. So yeah, where can the listeners follow you on like social media and find your music on Spotify and everything like that?
Okay, so it's just my artist name, Johnson, 6ohnson, just on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. I ain't on TikTok a lot, but you know what I'm saying? We might get on TikTok after this album and stuff, but yeah, we'll see what it does. But
all right, Matt,
I appreciate y'all for having me on here too. Really, I like what you guys are doing for sure.
Yeah, bro, we gotta, maybe in a
maybe with
year
like the
from
next
now,
project or
Next project, I'll be back on here. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
But yeah, man, Matt, where can I follow you?
Oh yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter at the Matt Mogg.
And Matt, you had a single.
Oh yeah, I got a new
dropped
single that just came out as well.
last
But
week, so-
make sure you check out that, but also check out
Yeah.
his project, obviously.
Yep, you guys can follow me at Hey Narwhal on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And then also check out our other podcast called Peaked in Middle School with me and my buddy Kyle. That's kind of like my main focus, the main show. And it's grown a lot recently. So if you guys haven't heard of it, go check it out. But yeah, once again, Kyle, this was super dope.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
man.
hopefully we got to get you on again soon.
Yes, sir. All right.
All right, guys.
I'll bump the album.
There's new episodes every single Monday, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
All right.